Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have my first Easter project of the season to share with you guys, and it turned out so cute. So I used this Welcome Easter 6x6 paper pad. I do still have some pages left over, and I am working on another album also, which I'm in the middle of it, but this is, I'm almost done with it. Just bits and pieces, but this is like my scraps that I have left. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I'm thinking making some cards because I have a couple of like pieces like that. I could use this. So I have these like little pieces that I could use on like a cover. This one I had already matted. I thought I was going to use it and then I didn't. So I was thinking maybe I could make some Easter cards. So mainly I have scraps, but I also have 1, 2, 3 full 6x6 sheets as well. There's still scraps because I don't know what I'm going to do with that other than make cards, but that's what I have left of the paper pad. So I'm going to show you guys what this album looks like, and let's get started. So this album measures, I want to say 4 3/4 by 6.5, with a, I think it's supposed to be a 1-inch spine, but it always like seems a little bit bigger once you do like the wrapping and stuff, which is why it gets so confusing. But I'm pretty sure it's a 1-inch spine. On the front cover here, because the cover is larger than a 6x6 and I only used my 6x6 paper pad, I had to put a strip here, and I cut the bunny paper in half, separated it a little bit, put the strip there so you would have never known that it's not one continuous sheet. So that's what I did here. Added the little stripes, and I matted everything on the cover in the gold foil paper, which is just from Michael's, and I absolutely love it. I use this gold foil paper all the time, so I will link it down below. It's so shiny. I added some flowers here from my stash, just like this glittery one and some pink ones, and then some gemmies here. Again, here's the spine. I have my stitching, and then the back side. And again, the paper is not long enough to fit a 6 3/4. It only goes up to 6 inches. So I added a little scrap here, a little strip. Then I added a little gold strip here, and then my handmade kind of logo stamp thing that I just glued on here. So again, it's a stamp. I know I mention this all the time, but it is a stamp. I just stamp it onto some white cardstock, and then I die cut it out, which gives it that fall stitched look also, and I just love it. So that's what that looks like. I have a ribbon tie closure here, and when you open this up, oh, I just made a knot. Okay, hold on guys, I don't want a knot. All right, so when you open this up, it looks like this, and on the left side here, I have a waterfall. It says somebody loves you. I have the first piece matted with some gold, and then the other ones are just some solid pieces from my stash. Actually, I used a paper pad from Michael's that I got years ago, and the colors were perfect, but I used this paper pad from Michael's called Spring, or from Craft Smart by Michael's. It was one of the hot buys at one point, and I just used some of these papers. So they worked great here. It's like a spring kind of Easter theme, just a paper pad of solids, and this worked fantastic with this collection. So I used some yellow, some pink, and some of that like minty kind of blue. Here I have a page, and this one has a belly band. So I have a couple of things in here. I have this piece that just opens up, and actually this paper is not from this collection. This was a scrap in my stash from like Easter stuff that I had in my stash. So that was just a scrap. And then this flips open, and I have a white mat on the inside that you could write on or add a photo. Then I also had this piece here, and this was one of the cut aparts from the collection that I just matted onto the black, made a little flip book, and then I added a white mat on the inside so you could write on it and you could add a photo. And I had these stickers in my stash, and it just says Easter Bunny. So I put that here, and I thought that was a nice way to kind of like keep this closed but not fully tucked in. Because this is popped up on some foam, so you could kind of like tuck that in and you see how it's not opening anymore. And then this just tucks in behind that, and I think that turned out really nice. Then up here you could see my little notch here. I have a large tag in there with some seam binding, and I have an eyelet. So the eyelets I just get from AliExpress, I think. Actually, my last one might have been from Amazon. I don't know. But the last ones I actually really like. They're very soft and easy to work with my crocodile. There's ones that I've gotten in the past that literally like broke my first crocodile because they were so hard and did not want to like set. But these ones are great, and they have been working really well for me. So if I could find that link, I'll link it down below for these eyelets. The seam binding is from My Scrap Cabin Shop. You guys know I always get my seam binding from her. I have like a ton of her colors. I love it. That's the only place I get my seam binding from. So I'll have her linked down below where you guys could check that out. And then you flip this, and then on the back side here, I have a pocket. So I have another cut apart, or this was actually a journal card. And this was not from this collection in particular, not from the Welcome Easter, because they didn't have full-size 3x4 size cut aparts. So actually all of these cut aparts were not from there, just this one was. But these larger ones were not from that paper pad. This is just from some other collection I had in my stash. You guys know sometimes I get extra sheets of cut aparts, because I know that like Easter will match with other Easter stuff and Christmas will match with other Christmas, and you could kind of just make it work. So I like to always have extra cut aparts, and I have a lot of 6x6 paper pads, and a lot of the time, I mean maybe some of them now, they started making some 3x4 size cut aparts in the paper pad, but a lot of the paper pads I have don't have full 3x4 size cut aparts in the 6x6 paper pads, so I like to get the extra sheets. So this was just a journal card. I just matted it onto black, and then you could add a photo to the back of this. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this will be listed in my Etsy shop. So this album will be listed. My other Easter one that I'm working on that I'll show you guys in another video that I'm working on with the rest of this paper, I will have listed. And I have a couple of other things that are going up as well. So definitely keep an eye out on my Etsy shop in case you guys are looking for some albums. So there's that 3x4 size journal spot, and then I have this one. I think this measures 4x5. I think I made this a 4x5 size booklet. Yeah, I did. So 4x5, so it's like 4 1/8 by 5 1/8, so you could fit a 4x5 size photo comfortably. And I just made it into a little booklet with a scrap paper I had left over, because I had, you guys saw I still have 3 full-size sheets left. You could write a message on here, you could add a photo here, or you could just add a photo here. You could add a photo to the back. And then here I have another flip out, and this just flips up like this. I matted that with some of like a purpley paper. You've got your Easter egg background here. And I mean, you could add a photo here, or you could add a photo here. You could add a secret photo under here. And you can add something like in the pocket here if you'd like, and then also something on the outside to keep it closed. I'm just kind of keeping both of mine out on the outside, but you could do it however you want. And then I had some stickers. Actually, this is chipboard. I had some chipboard in my stash, but you guys will see like what I have in my stash in like an upcoming what's in my stash video of what I have for Easter. But I had some chipboard in my stash from Echo Park, and I took off a lot of the chipboard layers to kind of make this flatter. So it was like double the thickness of this, and I made it a little bit flatter for sure. So that's there. And then a sticker here. That one just says Sweet Treat. And I had another strip of gold foil that I just added on here, kind of just to break up that pocket. And then here on the inside back cover, I have another waterfall. So if you look at it this way, they're just both waterfalls if you don't look at the middle page. And then this one says, I said a hip hop, the hippie to the hip hip hop. Same kind of paper matting here, yellow, pink, and then the minty kind of bluish greenish color. And again, these all just flip open, and they are finished with some like scrap paper here that I had, and it just makes it look more finished if you put that like little strip there. So I have that there. And if you guys are looking for a tutorial, I do have a tutorial on this album. It's from one of my Scrappy Christmas craft series. I'm going to have it linked down below for you guys in the description box. So the one that you guys will see in the video is a Christmas one, but obviously I'm showing you guys that you don't have to do it with Christmas paper. I just did it with Easter paper. I have another one on my channel where I did a baby theme. So whatever paper I use, you could use whatever paper you have. Like, it doesn't have to be the same kind of theme that I show you guys in. A tutorial is a tutorial. You make the base and then you use whatever paper you want to use. So yeah, that is this cute little Easter album. I'm happy I was able to even make an Easter album. I think last year I didn't get to do much Easter crafting, or actually no, last year I think I made maybe, or no, I think 2 years ago I made egg-shaped albums. I think last year all I did was make like a couple of egg-shaped shaker cards. Otherwise I don't think I really did Easter last year. So I'm happy to have gotten some Easter projects done for this year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out the tutorial link down below. I'll have it linked there. Check out all the shops and everything I mentioned. I'll have the paper collection linked down below if I could find it. I don't think this is like an old one or anything. Oh, 2021. So I don't know, maybe they'll have it, maybe they won't. But I'll try to find it for you guys and link it down below. It did turn out really, really cute. And stay tuned also for my next video where I'll show you guys what I made with the other paper in this paper pad, because I was able to make 2 albums with 1 paper pad, a 6x6, and still have paper left over. So stay tuned to see what that next album looks like. And no, I did not make it the same. It's going to be a different one. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching. Check out my Etsy shop in case you guys are interested in purchasing, and I will see you guys in my next crafty video. Talk to you soon. Bye.